Wow, hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to Life of Wonders. My name is Polo and I love making videos of dolls, toys, and Disney collectibles. And as always, if you like this kind of content and you feel like supporting the channel, then you already know what to do. Today we're going to be having a close look at the upcoming Mulan 25th Anniversary Limited Edition doll. And please let me say that I can't believe it's been a quarter of a century already. I remember it as it was yesterday. In fact, I remember the moment I was just going to the cinema with one of my sisters and I met up with a colleague from school. Anyway, fun times. So it's been 25 years already, and to celebrate that, they are releasing this 17 inches doll. So the format is going to be the 17 inches, and then the limited number, it's quite specific for this one, which I don't know if actually means anything. Um, at all. But if you know, just please let me know. The limitation number is going to be 4,512, and she's already out actually over in China at least, as she's been spotted in both Disney parks, that is Shanghai and Hong Kong. And I guess that because it's, obviously the Chinese princess by Disney, they will have the chance to have her first, but the actual anniversary for the movie is happening somewhere around June. So I'm actually expecting that it will hit the market globally probably around that time. And if I'm completely honest, I have to say that at first I was a bit underwhelmed by it, but now after having looked at her for quite some time and just figuring out a few things, I like her more and more. And the thing is, at first I didn't quite get what was the concept used this time, because we see her in a variation of her matchmaker um dress, but she's not fully dressed like so. And then she has like the comb, and then her father's sword, I think. And and so I didn't know where to place her, but I think now that is probably, and I like it very much, it's probably going to be like just before she decides to cut her hair off and embark herself into this adventure of replacing her father for the task. And that is pretty cool, actually, I have to say. So even though I would have loved seeing the full matchmaker, with the makeup and everything, in this format, because I think we haven't properly seen that in such a very long time. I think that Mattel was quite possibly the last one that produced a doll that was, in full, um, yeah, in full of that scene. Because I have the designer fairy tale with this dress and it's beautiful, but then she isn't really matching the hairstyle or the makeup, even though in my opinion that is my preferred matchmaker dress if I could just pick. And also my preferred size is always 11 inches and a half, even though I appreciate the bigger dolls. I don't know, probably it's because that way I could fit more in the same space. I don't know if it's related to that, but it could well be. Anyway, so this time around, she's got a new face, which I love because I think it's more accurate to the animation that the previous one that we got about 5 years ago. That though was very beautiful as well, especially the dress, and it was supposed to be depicting the last scene in which she's honored after she's done and she's accomplished. And it's a very beautiful dress with both embroidered details, foil printed details, and it's different to, most of the gowns she's presented with. in a doll form. So this time we'll have this variation, and I kind of like that is picked or actually caught in this moment in which she's decided that she wants to do that, and she's looking fierce, and she's looking very close to the animation, like the eyebrows. I don't know, everything about it. I think that the previous one wasn't that close in a way. I think she was refined. At least the face screening um of it. And so this time we'll have, well, the thing is, the shape of this dress is supposed to be a little bit tighter, especially the bottom skirt part of it. But apparently they've gone to have this bell-shaped one, which is a bit more Western like, in my opinion. Like, it looks more like any other princess, but this matchmaker sort of like gown is supposed to be a little bit more like a tube. Not quite a tube, but I think that probably the closest was the one from Designer Fairy Tale. So this one will have more volume at the bottom, which I'm not complaining about. I think it looks pretty cool. It gives the illusion that she's having a shawl over the arms, but I don't think it's a shawl, because there is a picture from behind in which we can see that chiffon organza moment, it's actually coming from each individual sleeve. So it's like an added bonus to the sleeves. And then the central part of the bodice has a little bit more ornamentation in the way that there's two tile little drapings and two longer ones in a deeper shade of blue with embroidered flowers, and that's okay. I don't think it's over the top, exaggerated as many other versions within this format that sometimes is just so heavy. This one has just about the right amount of ornamentation, in my opinion. The only thing is that I believe that the bottom part of it feels a bit plain. I don't know if it's like the shape of it. There's one thing I have to mention though that I don't quite like, and I don't understand why it's been executed that way. And from the behind picture, we can see that both fabric, well, there's a couple of layers, and they are all, it appears that there's sewn into just one, and then you can see the vertical line on the back, which is something I would be expecting from a classic doll, but certainly not a limited edition one, which, in a way, I think the price point quite possibly will be around 150 US dollars, as that's been changed and it's increasing, and that will probably convert into 150 euros as well, and possibly 140 Great Britain pounds. So taking into account the prices are going up, then I think that a detail such as that one, um, not so good, if I'm like completely honest. But I like that she's also given the sword this time, because again, I think there's the duality of her looking very princess like in this gown and looking very pretty, but then there's this fierce warrior within herself showing as well. So that is something I very much like. And well, being the second one that they've released, for all the people who might want to add her to their collection, and they didn't have the chance with the previous one, and they don't want to pay, like, an overpriced or more than retail price, this is the chance to do it. And I think she's a really, really cool doll if you're into the bigger ones. And Yeah, and it's always cool to celebrate something like this. So, anyway, I thought I would share it with all of you. I'm going to be including the actual pictures of her as it showed at the parks over in China. And just please let me know what you think about her. If you're going to get her, if you probably prefer to wait, I will be very interested to know. And if you've enjoyed it and it's been helpful, don't forget to like, comment down below, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And for now, I wish you all an amazing rest of the week, and I'll see you all very, very soon.